Revision 0. What is it? What does it do? And how do we get our hands on one? All great questions, and I'm happy to answer them. But first, before we go any further, this is a mandatory spoilers ahead notification. Seriously, guys, if you're looking to go into this blind, by all means, click away now. However, if you want to get a head start in obtaining this pulse rifle, which might be one of the most unique weapons Bungie has ever given us, stick around. Revision 0 will be a craftable exotic pulse rifle with a highly customizable repertoire and a cool new intrinsic perk called Hunter's Trace. The weapon fires special shear-piercing ammunition. Now, precision hits actually grant targeting data up to 4 times. And there's actually going to be an alternate weapon action to swap to the alternate scope, loading high damage rounds based on the amount of targeting data. Also, yes, it will work against barrier champions. Now, we've already seen a little bit of gameplay of this, and as you can see right here, very Rasputin themed, right? But you see the alternate weapon action where it flips the scope up, and that's whenever it loads those high damage rounds. Now, in order to get the pattern for Revision 0, you're actually gonna have to wait until reset on December the 20th for the exotic mission Operation Seraph's Shield to become available. That's right, guys. The only thing stopping us is time. Thankfully, we've had some insight into how you might retrieve the weapon pattern, and of course, how the weapon works, and how you can get each of the 4 catalysts. That's right. There are 4 catalysts for this exotic. On top of that, there's gonna be bonus ornaments obtainable, we believe, in-game. Granted, Bungie might just be like, yo, never mind, it's a Neververse. We'll see how that plays out. Now, at reset on December the 20th, the new exotic mission, Operation Seraph's Shield, will go live for Guardians around the globe, and a new exotic quest will become available called the Hidden Shape. Currently, step 1 of the quest is hidden as classified on LightGG, but we're assuming it will be complete Operation Seraph's Shield. From the description on Bungie's own website, and it appears that the Braytech orbital platform that will be assaulting Mission Impossible style will be located in Earth's orbit above the last city. First off, though, what? How long has this giant space station just been floating above us? And B, are we not going to talk about how it looks exactly like the Deepstone Crypt orbital station that we essentially surfed down to Europa, Master Chief style in the raid? And how long has Clovis Bray had that bit of information looming over us? Mylan Bife. These are the answers I must know. But anyways, Guardians must gain access to the orbital platform above the last city and break through layers of security each week to awaken Rasputin. And directly from the website, once deep enough within the facility, Guardians will reach the weapon Revision 0. Now, the Revision 0 pulse rifle is a craftable exotic, similar to like Osteo Striga. Bungie is definitely getting us to lean more into crafting our exotics, especially for those of us that are looking to put our own personal touch on our exotics like Osteo. You know, you can choose a PvE role or a PvP role, which I think is really cool here. Now, with it being a craftable weapon, instead of us receiving it, instead, we should be receiving the ancient prototype exotic item, which has a silhouette of Revision 0 already on it. And step 2 of the Hidden Shape exotic quest, which essentially states visit the exo frame and investigate an encrypted message. Now, while you're up there in orbit above our infamous last city, you'll actually be able to score some neat triumphs too to help with your moments of triumph. Now, you have the solid Seraph triumph for completing Operation Seraph's Shield, the aim for the Bush's triumph for bypassing the Seraph towers and infiltrating the Seraph station without dying, and Operation Seraph's Shields. And you have triumphs from completing it solo and solo flawless. There's even a triumph called Space Race for completing it in under 30 minutes, and Legendary Seraph for completing it on Legend. There's also multi-tooling around, which you get for accessing hidden chests during the Operation Seraph's Shield. And then there's my favorite, the Guardian's Best Friend triumph for finding the goodest exo doggo during the mission. Now, we'll mention in our Seraph guide, we didn't really talk about the Infiltrator gear set upgrades with Clovis, but essentially though, these will help you with the exotic mission. So even though I've like prioritized other upgrades to, of course, get weapon patterns, we may want to really start looking at these Infiltrator unlocks, as this is greatly going to help us in this mission. Tactical armor essentially allows the bypassing of traps and reduces damage taken from traps and laser barriers in heist battlegrounds and the mission Operation Seraph's Shield. Security clearance actually allows interaction with terminals to open locked doors in heist battlegrounds and in the mission Operation Seraph's Shields. This can be actually used to gain an additional PDT refraction core outside of submine vaults. And Extreme Ordnance allows the spawning of a power-up that refreshes all abilities and grants a damage bonus against the Death Tongue core stores in the heist battlegrounds and Sentinel servitors in the mission Operation Seraph's Shield. So again, all of this definitely helps you in heist battlegrounds, which by the way are much tougher than previous seasonal activities. We're actually gonna make like a build guide on just dealing with these heist battlegrounds, as they are no joke, man. But you definitely want to look into these upgrades if you're looking to cash in on those triumphs. Now, step 3 of the Hidden Shape exotic quest, according to LightGG, has you completing the Arrival mission from the Witch Queen campaign. Now, all the steps leading up to step 7 are iterations of quests you've most likely already completed before. Also, that you can have access to the relic in the Enclave and be able to craft Revision 0. Now, once you've actually shaped your Revision 0, the website actually says in the weeks following its discovery, multiple catalysts can be acquired, each adding to the mysterious exotic's power. Now, we're not sure if this means that you'll be able to acquire all 4 catalysts and apply them at the same time, or if they need to be swapped in and out, or really how that's going to work, because we've never had multiple exotic catalysts. I'm sure it's going to cost something, probably something significant. Goodbye, crafting materials. Dude, I got to just take a moment to just complain. Reviewing craftable weapons is painful, guys. I'm just letting you know. We spent so much on different roles, and in this case, obviously different exotic catalysts just to test everything. Hopefully, every exotic catalyst is going to be something genuinely unique here. Now, what we do know is that to get each catalyst, there will be an accompanying exotic quest to complete called Should You Choose to Accept It, part 1 to 4, each with 6 steps. Part 1 will actually kick off with return to Archimedes Annex to download the cryptographic index. Step 2 and 3 will have you travel to Europa and decrypt the passcode cipher by completing patrols and defeating combatants on Europa. Step 4 will have you locate the dead drop in the Perdition Lost sector of Cadmus Ride and upload the cipher//Barden. Then after all that, steps 5 and 6 are to launch and complete Operation Seraph Shield on the Legend difficulty. Part 2 will have you doing all the same steps on the moon, with the dead drop instead being in the K1 Logistics Lost sector. Part 3 will be in the EDZ and Terminus East Lost sector. Part 4 will actually be in the Cosmodrome and the Exodus Garden 2A Lost sector. We will have a link in the description below to each of the parts for your convenience as you go through them. But honestly, guys, they're all pretty straightforward. Kill things, push buttons, kill more things. That's Destiny, man. Now, the 4 catalysts you will be able to recover from the Legend difficulty Operation Seraph Shield are the Pressurized Refit, the Outlaw Refit, the Frenzy Refit, and the 4th Timer Refit. Now, while the catalysts themselves are classified on LightGG, we of course can draw conclusions to other traits in the game. Pressurized Refit probably means improved stability and accuracy as the magazine gets lower, hence under pressure. Outlaw Refit essentially will allow you to get precision kills to increase reload time, considering Outlaw. Frenzy is, well, Frenzy. Granted, Frenzy Refit states that each rapid kill with Revision 0 will progressively increase reload speed for a short time, but I think it's just going to be Frenzy. Then there's 4th Timer Refit, which is probably just going to be 4 times the charm. Again, I hope for a little more uniqueness here in exotic catalysts. That's just what it is base. So maybe there's more under the hood here, or at least I hope so. Now, you'll also be able to delve into Operation Seraph Shield to find up to 3 ornaments for your exotic pulse rifle. Unless Bungie changes something last minute, these are supposedly going to be obtainable via hidden chests that the multi-tool and around Triumph hints at their being. The ornaments are version Alpha, version 1, and version Prime. Now, to my knowledge, I don't think this has ever been done before, outside of course, Galahorn. And if you remember the ornament Hasblan Glur, this ornament could only be obtained by finding the 12 hidden messages in Grasp of Avarice. So Bungie could actually really be giving us these ornaments via in-game, but there's also going to be a high chance that there will be an even sexier ornament for sale because of capitalism. Yay! Now, I do want to mention that once you do get your brand new exotic pulse rifle, you will actually be able to damage those yellow floating security drones that have recently appeared on Europa, the moon, and in the heist battlegrounds. With the security drones in Operation Seraph Shield, that will bring their total to 50. Now, nobody really knows what we're going to get doing this outside of a few triumphs. Maybe it's something for a seal. Maybe it's going to unlock some secret war mine vault. And inside, it's going to be a nice, cute little room, cozy with a fireplace cranked, some hot cocoa, or perhaps some of that Nezarec latte. And inside is Rasputin himself, waiting for us, completely nude. I don't know, man. Maybe? Either way it goes, guys. As of right now, that is everything we have in regards to the exotic pulse rifle and its exotic quest. December 20th, though, we of course will be live going for this quest. I don't care if we gotta skip Christmas. I want this exotic and its catalyst, Santa. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching. And as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.